I really just have to take my head out of the work for a second and just watch people interact with and enjoy the product. And that reminds me of why I'm doing this.
If you gotta start somewhere, why not here? If you gotta start sometime, why not now?
My name is Lori Phillips, and my business is Rocco's Ice Cream Tacos. Rocco's was a culmination of a lot of sort of shifting influences in my life. So I was finishing up a grad degree at Stanford. I got my degree in immunology, and while I was finishing my PhD and thinking about what I wanted to do in the future, I decided that I was really interested in entrepreneurship and business development. And so I went to the graduate school of business at Stanford and started taking some entrepreneurship classes there and did a summer intensive course. That's like a 6-week business program to take a startup idea from concept to pitch. And throughout that process, I learned a little bit about entrepreneurship, but really it sparked my interest in that sort of field in general. And so it solidified the idea that I was really interested in business and starting a business and learning how to grow that business. So that was the jumping off point. And then also around that time, I started thinking more about how I was eating and what I was putting into my body. I read Michael Pollan's Omnivore's Dilemma, and that really changed the way that I thought about food and food systems. I started doing a lot more shopping at the farmer's market and was really interested in knowing who's growing my food, what's going in my food, why is that stuff going in my food. So all of that was sort of culminating around this time, and my dog's name is Rocco, and we were just joke. It was just a joke that I would own a taco truck and I would call it Rocco's Tacos. And that took another step forward. We decided it would be Rocco's Choco Tacos. And a Choco Taco is a novelty dessert that was invented in 1982 in New Jersey. It was sold on like Good Humor food truck, ice cream trucks. So it's been around, the product, the Choco Taco, has been around for as long as I've been alive. And so that's really where the idea came from, is that I would take that childhood dessert favorite of mine and remake it. And it would be Rocco's Choco Tacos, and it would be made with organic ingredients, locally sourced ingredients, without all the junk and artificial preservatives and flavors and colors and all that stuff. And it would just be a really delicious and fun dessert. And so the jumping off point was that inspiration. And then I, went and bought a Choco Taco to figure out, like, what is it that I'm trying to beat? What is it that I'm trying to compete with? And as an adult eating that product that I used to really love as a kid, it doesn't taste good to an adult sensibility, at least my adult sensibility. It tastes fake, it tastes processed, it's overly sugared. So that really was like, okay, I can do this, and I can make it gourmet. And I can make it live up to what my nostalgia told me that this great dessert was when I was a kid and used to love the product. A lot of times, right, nostalgia is a powerful thing, and ice cream for a lot of people is wrapped up in a lot of childhood memories. And so for me, trying to take one of my childhood favorites and make it really taste like what used to light up my brain as a kid. And as an adult, this product does light up my brain. It's a really well-made product. It is craft-made from start to finish. We take a lot of pride in the ingredients that go into it. And really, I tell people that if you choose the right ingredients for your food, you don't have to do that much, right? The ingredients will shine through. And if you strip away all the things that are unnecessary and you're using high-quality ingredients, that's going to show up in the taste. We make all of our ice cream tacos using liquid nitrogen, and there is a show to be had there. The nitrogen is functional, obviously, for us, but it is also a very magical looking process. You put something into a canister and you get a big puff of smoke, and that is, especially for young kids, a very magical thing to experience. So it's not just, okay, I'm going to get something that's going to taste good, but you also get to watch the show of it being made. In 2012, I started at the farmers market in downtown Palo Alto, which was where I was doing my shopping. So I found partners there to buy wheat from, and dairy, and the Bay Area is obviously very rich in resources and producers, food producers, and there's a lot of ways to source organic product from within 100 miles of the area. There's a lot of agriculture happening here. So it was easy to find the things that I needed in a local environment there. So one cart turned into 4 carts. 4 carts allowed me to buy a truck. We ran the truck for a lot of years until we could find a home where we wanted to be able to produce our ice cream and park the truck and also have a retail location. So it took quite a while to find the Cinderella location, to find the shoe that fit. And this location serves all of our needs here in Santa Clara. And so we've had the shop open now for 3 years. And we'll be here for at least another 3. Those are the terms of my lease. And then we'll see what happens from there. I had employees tell me that they'll go out to a catering gig, and when they show up, people will hug them. Like, I'm so excited that you guys are here. We love your products. We can't wait for you to come and serve our wedding guests or employees or whatever. And that employee has been with me for 8 years because he says, I've never had a job where people are so happy to see me. And that is really what keeps him here at Rocco's, is that the immense joy that people get out of what we're doing. You don't need to do a million things. You need to do a few things really well. And was always my mindset here. I'm not going to serve a million things here. I'm going to serve a couple products. I'm going to make them really darn good, and that's all. So yes, we have an ice cream taco, an ice cream cake pop, a frozen banana. We serve milkshakes now because the community asked us for it. We finally gave in. So we have on offer at any point in time 18 to 20 different flavors of ice cream to go inside your taco. We have 4 different dips. We have 10 different toppings. And so combinatorially, there's a million things that you can do to make your ideal taco. The best-selling taco is cookies and cream. That is our most popular ice cream across the board. Scooper taco, it's cookies and cream. And I think it's because it's a flavor that appeals to both kids and adults. Everybody loves cookies and cream. And the combo that we have it set as here is called the Youngster, which is cookies and cream ice cream dipped in milk chocolate topped with rainbow sprinkles. That is the most popular. The thing that I try to impart, especially to my female employees, is you don't have to know what you want to do for the rest of your life at 22. You can just pursue what you're interested in and follow that to whatever the next thing is. So I started out very interested in science, and I still love science. I pursued it. And if you love your job, you will never work harder. It's not that you aren't working, you are working hard. It's that you don't, it's usually that doesn't completely drain your tank. Yes, you're working really hard, but at the end of the day, you're doing something that you find fulfilling, so it doesn't completely drain you. And that's what I think that the sentiment of that saying is. Hi, my name is Lori Phillips. This is Rocco's Ice Cream Tacos, and we really hope that you come and visit us and try an ice cream taco. Program. Sorry. Liquid nitrogen tank.